Welcome everyone to the Occult Gaming channel with me, your host Bella. Alright, welcome to the final episode of Darksiders Warmastered, the 7-year anniversary playthrough, which started off as the 5-year anniversary playthrough. Hope you guys are having a good night. Strap in. This one's an interesting episode, I would say. Of course, like I just said, it is the final episode of this playthrough. So we're going to be fighting the final boss, but before that we will be picking up the remaining collectibles. The first half of the episode will be aimed at leveling up our weapons. So we do need to level up our weapons. We do need to buy the remaining techniques for our weapons. And we do need to buy the remaining at least the first level of each wrath power. So this episode was really interesting. I had to cut it up in a very kind of haphazard way. I mean, I give myself a little bit more credit. It wasn't completely haphazard, but initially I was gonna do 2 episodes. There was going to be an episode where I focused strictly on the weapon grinding. That was about maybe an hour long, a little bit over an hour, where we just got the final level of the Scythe and the Tremor Gauntlet. I was going to do that, but honestly right now, my production, like I don't really have a ton of time to commentate over that. And then the final episode was a 2-hour episode of me like exploring the world, and so I cut everything down, both things, into one chunk, one less than 2-hour chunk. So you guys will see how I did that. I'm sure many of you will have already guessed what I did, but we're here right now in the Iron Canopy. We traversed here last episode, we got here by the end. We're here to basically power level our weapons. That's why I'm pausing it. So it's going to take me a couple of minutes to find the groove and to find the kind of flow that I'm looking for. You can do it however you want here in terms of the grind. Right now I have War's Glory equipped into the Harvester. So War's Glory is cool because it increases that weapon experience points, those weapon experience points faster than you would normally. However, you do more damage overall. It's a bit of a blessing and a curse. I'm equipping this gun because I'm going to try out this sort of farming route here. I believe if you're careful enough, you can actually hit all these spiders from up here if you want to power level this way. I believe you can lure all the spiders from down there up here if you use the gun properly. So this is a valid spot. Once you shoot the spiders, they do crawl up here very quickly. So if it bores you to just stick to one spot and grind that way, this is a way you can kind of just traverse, grind a little bit, go through a couple of rooms just to keep things a bit more interesting. But as you saw here, I can aim that gun at a specific angle and hit the spiders that are down there. They're like way across the line. You just obliterate them just like that. So this is one grind route where you just stick to the higher levels of the Iron Canopy here. You just go from room to room, back and forth. And it's actually pretty efficient doing it like this. Is it the most efficient? I would say no. Eventually I get around to like the most efficient, at least what I view as the most efficient way to grind. which competes against only one other way, I think, really. But as you see, these enemies are spawned right back. So it's interesting going from room to room. There has to be a sweet spot for the spawn, because it's a bit inconsistent. Because sometimes if you go through each room like I just did, if you don't do it exactly how I did it, the spiders in the room we were just in, they don't respawn. The best bet to get those spiders in that room to respawn is actually to come, well, this is the second best way, but you want to come here and open that, exit out of there, go to that ledge I was just at, and then we're gonna go all the way back down. Spiders should be completely respawned. So some of you guys are already like forming in your heads like the most effective way from what I've just showed you. You're already like, okay, well, I can see if we could just spawn those spiders like that, how come we don't just go back and forth? And eventually I'm going to reach that realization as well. But yeah, there's nothing actually stopping you from going back and forth. So it looks like I've already reached that realization. We could just go up top, hang back, come back, and then those spiders will have respawned. Now I'm going to show you guys the easier way. There's a way even easier than this way here I'm about to show you. If you want to get even lazier, I'm going to show you that in a minute, but yeah, literally, you just come up here, respawn all these dagnabbit spiders, and there you go. That's a pretty good route right there. For me personally, there's only one route that's better than that, and I'm going to show you. It's actually that same route but with a little bit of a difference. So I am going to show you guys what that route looks like. I think it takes, this is post commentary obviously, but I think it takes a little bit for me to show you guys. So we're going to chat about the passive effects. We got the Hellfire there. I actually scrolled through these a little bit too fast to properly talk about them, but I wrote these down ahead of time so I can talk to you guys about the various effects. Probably should have did that earlier in the playthrough. But these enhancements are awesome. So these here, the 4, are of course the legendary enhancements. These are going to be the most powerful in the game. War's Glory is amazing. Probably the best slottable in the game. It's really only competing with Fury's Embrace. I mean, all 4 legendary enhancements are really good, but Fury's Embrace is like, I don't know, like you'll be using both of those enhancements quite a bit. So what we're going to settle into, sliding Death's Embrace into the Scythe. We're going to use that for a while. It doesn't help with leveling up, but what it does help with is soul grind. We are going to need quite a few souls in order to buy all the items. So I do suggest when you do grind here, you should do the Death's Blessing for a bit, just to get more souls out of it. And you get HP as well. However, if you have the Abyssal Armor, you're already getting HP, so. And then we're putting War's Glory and the Tremor Gauntlet so that we can level that up faster. So I believe we're going to end up focusing on the Tremor Gauntlet for a bit. Yes, we're going to be focusing on the Tremor Gauntlet for a nice long while. So if you guys wanted to know what the enhancements do, because I know some of you guys, you don't actually play the game while you watch these walkthroughs. Some of you guys are just like, you know, either feeling nostalgic about the game or kind of curious about the game. So that first enhancement there with the fist, that's the Bane. That generates wrath over time. And you guys, if you want to, you could just pause on that previous screen I showed you. Fury's Embrace here. Wrath leached on every weapon strike. It boosts wrath power damage, and it reveals all world maps and items. We're equipping Hellfire here because it looks cool, of course. Look at it. It looks awesome. The other thing that Fury's Embrace does is it grants additional wrath boost on killing blows. As far as the Hellfire goes, Hellfire boosts weapon damage on strikes. Then it has a chance to inflict fire damage on targets. After that, we have Carnage, which boosts chaos gained by the ChaosEater sword. And it also allows chaos generation with all weapons, even if it's equipped in your main slot. Or this one isn't passive actually, so what it might be is this one might actually, you might have to equip it into other weapons to get this effect. I'm not actually sure when it comes to Carnage. And forgive the outside noise, it's my neighbor. We also have Ravager, which guarantees souls for destroying environment objects by any means. Its passive is that it drastically increases damage inflicted with environmental weapons, which is cool. You can use Ravager for that achievement, the environmental kills achievement. We have Combat Lore, which boosts weapon experience gained during combat, and it has a really good passive which boosts War's armor level. So typically you're going to be using Combat Lore until you get War's Glory. And Combat Lore is great because it doesn't increase your attack power, so it's actually pretty good to keep it even at the end of the game, because you can actually do more with it in terms of weapon level up. I'm guessing it'd be faster to level up your weapons with the Combat Lore instead of the War's Glory, but that's something I would have to test for sure. Okay, we got the Reaper, which boosts the amount of souls acquired from enemies and creatures. I don't know why enemies and creatures, there's a distinction there. Whatever. And it also gives you additional soul rewards when assigned to any Scythe, be it a Harvester or the Scythe. We have Weapon Master, which boosts the damage inflicted by a weapon's attack, which is very basic, but still pretty good. I don't know what's stronger between Weapon Master and Hellfire, but I tend to go for Hellfire more so because it has this gnarly Hellfire effect, and I'm all about the Hellfire. I have some original characters I've created who are all based around Hellfire. Looking forward to introducing those characters to you guys at some point. But going into the legendary enhancements, we have Strife's Offering, which boosts weapon damage and generates wrath on killing blows, as well as generates chaos on killing blows. Really good one. It does have a couple of different passives as well, one of which drastically increases projectile attack damage, the other which increases War's defense against projectile attacks. The Strife's Offering. These damn legendary enhancements have a long resume. Each of them, they just like padded that resume out. Next one we got is Death's Blessing, which leeches weapon damage and converts it to health. It also drastically increases weapon damage and drastically increases the amount of souls acquired from objects and creatures. Additional soul rewards when assigned to the Scythe. Very similar to the Reaper actually. It's like the next level of the Reaper. Next we have Fury's Embrace, which again, wrath leached on every weapon strike. The passive boosts wrath power damage and reveals all world maps and items. Additional wrath boost on killing blows for Fury's Embrace. For War's Glory, it drastically increases chaos gain via ChaosEater sword, drastically increases chaos gain by other melee weapons, and drastically increases the amount of weapon experience gained. The passive drastically increases the duration of chaos form and drastically increases weapon damage. So that's for all weapons, passive. So a lot of these legendary enhancements are like a combination of other enhancements. War's Glory is, for instance, kind of a mashup of Carnage and combat lore. So both of these are awesome. So if I were to rank the legendary enhancements, of course I would have to put War's Glory number 1. I said Fury's Embrace competes with it because I only say that because it's not a direct competition between those two. It's more of a specialization. Whereas with Strife's Offering and Death's Blessing, they're actually fairly similar to War's Glory in some respects. They both do specialize in different ways, but when you compare them to War's Glory is gonna just be the best thing you can have in the game, period. So do what you will here, have the fun you want to have. If you want it to be done quicker, you're going to want to use one of the ones that increases your weapon experience points. That's either going to be combat lore or War's Glory. If you just want souls so you can buy every single thing and not worry about a damn thing, then you can go with Reaper or Death's Blessing to get the most souls for your buck. So it's looking like right here I'm getting bored of the same old, so I think I'm just gonna take a stroll around the Iron Canopy, show you guys a different route you could run. But the route I just showed you is damn near the most efficient. Again, it does get a little bit more efficient. I'm going to show you guys that just a little bit. Yep, there's a bunch of spiders down in this room here. Maybe about as many as the room upstairs. I'm not even sure. I never individually counted the spiders. That's something I should do. I'm going to do another guide later. Maybe I should do it now that all this information is fresh in my head. But this guy was fun. I did it, just to get the series in higher definition. A little bit of a faster frame rate, but not my best work. Definitely fun. Definitely pretty good work, but not my best work. I know I can do better if I do this like one more time. I would definitely be a perfectionist about it. Anywho, down here, once you hit that save point, you're clear to go back up. The spiders in that room are gonna have respawn. So this is the second sort of route you could take. The lore route, I call it. So yeah, as soon as you hit that save point when you go down here, you're clear to go back up. All the spiders will have respawned. At least the ones in the room, I'm sorry. Not the ones out here, but the ones in the room. They will have respawned. So this is a good route too. I think you guys can tell me, because I'm not good on the timing on this. Like, I haven't taken like a stopwatch to figure out which way is literally faster. But to me, this way feels a little bit more like it requires a bit more distance than the upstairs route. So let's see. We're gonna run this a few more times. So as soon as you go down here, as soon as it saves, you're free to go back up. Oh, did it not save? I thought it was when it saved. I remember previously it was when like it slowed down, like if the game would pause. It will pause and save, and at that point you were free to go back into this room here. I could have swore it was when it auto-saved, but we'll see. I'm going to point out exactly when it's a good time to come back up here to get these guys to respawn. The main thing is you just want to go downstairs. If you want to be safe about it, you could just go to the room I've gone to twice already here. So let's point it out. So you go down. Previously, the autosave would happen like... Sounds like they already respawned just by going to that little corner there. They did not respawn. Okay. So that was that wasn't enough. You want to go down. I don't think you have to go all the way to the room where the spider sub boss was at, but you do want to go at least down that corridor a little bit. So hopefully I run down there so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. But where I stopped at down there previously, you just want to keep going to the right, keep going down that corridor, and then you want to turn around. Yeah, you got the Tremor Gauntlet. You got this ground pound, really good attack. What makes it good is that it stuns the enemies, typically. Maybe not the bigger enemies, but the smaller enemies are going to get stunned by that. Okay, let's see if I do it here. See if I do it here. Nope, not yet. But yeah, I was gonna make you guys watch an hour of me just doing this back and forth. I was gonna come up with some topics just like I did for the horse riding trophy. And it's looking like I'm doing that right now, like I'm forcing you guys to sit through like another grind sesh, but I'm not gonna do it. I would have done it if I legitimately had more time. But this month is quickly coming to a close. I want to get started on that Darksiders 3 playthrough. There's some stuff I want to do coming up as well. And there's more videos on the channel I want to make. I want to make some more topic videos as well. Mostly regarding Darksiders and Legacy came. But editing these episodes takes so long, you guys actually couldn't imagine how long these take. I'm sure I've told you. It's coming back to me. I think I did tell you guys how long these take. But because I didn't voice over past like episode 2 or 3, these episodes are taking like 9 or so hours per episode to like get through, to edit and stuff. So again, what I'll do is I'll watch through these episodes to note timestamps, to do edits, to like shorten them if need be. And for that, that's a watch back, right? I have to watch that back, and that's going to take more. Like if it's like an hour and a half long episode, there's another hour and a half. So that's, you know, it took me initially however many hours to record it. Let's just say an hour and a half. And then I have to watch it back another hour and a half. And we're going to speed it up soon. Don't worry, we're going to speed up the footage soon. And then from there, I have to edit. Then I got to voice it over. So that's like another hour and a half to voice it over after I've done timestamps. And again, when you do timestamps, it takes longer than the hour and a half that you took to watch it, because you're stopping, you're rewinding, you're getting the perfect timings. So that hour and a half really stretches to like at least double that. It's at least like 3 hours to do timestamps, to watch it back, to do timestamps. So where am I at so far? So that's like 4 hours and 30 minutes for like an hour and a half video so far. And then you gotta watch it back. So that's another hour and a half. So that's at least 6 hours right there. And the thing is, I haven't been watching them back once I put my voice down. I'll line the voice up, make sure the voice is good. You know, like surface level editing, but I don't watch it back yet again once my voice is on, because that would just drive me crazy. I'm tempted to do that. That's what kind of a madman I am, but thankfully I don't do that. So yeah, hour and a half episode at minimum takes about 6.5 hours to make. And that's, you know, before I do all the metadata, the uploading it, the playlist stuff, all that stuff. So these episodes are taking a long time to make. That's all I'm saying. They don't get a ton of views. They're gonna get views like over time, but like initially they don't get like, you know, a ton of views. But they're fun. I do enjoy them. I would love to continue making these, but they just there's just other stuff I want to work on too. Like if I had more time, maybe if I didn't if I wasn't working my day job, these would be something I would prioritize. But like kind of working on these are pretty much show me that I do not like video editing. Like, whatever passion I had for it before, I just don't have it anymore. I really don't like it. Yep. So yeah, you just each episode you just multiply that by 2, right? Because it's the next episode. And yeah. So you got 12 of these episodes, you know. 12 times 6.5 hours. It's a lot of time. Not that I regret it. This ton of fun, and I'm actually going to be doing more of these. I got one more series after this one for Darksiders 1 that's going to be recorded. It's going to be called Death's Little Brother. This one I do a new game plus, or kind of a new game plus. When you have the Abyssal Armor, you get to start a new game with the Abyssal Armor. So I'm going to do a Death cosplay playthrough with our boy War here. This is where we're finally speeding up the footage. So that's another one I have to do post commentary for. But after that, any Darksiders 1 challenges I do or builds I do for Darksiders 1, those are going to straight up be streamed on my second channel, the blog backlog. So look forward to those. I do got a couple of really fun playthroughs planned for Darksiders 1. But those are going to be streamed because I just don't want to take, you know, even if you cut out the hour and a half for voicing it over, the editing still was like too much time. So I'm just going to straight up stream these. I am going to still edit for Death's Little Brother. That's the next one. For Darksiders 1 anyway. I'm still going to edit for that Darksiders 3 walkthrough. Maybe for the next 2 Darksiders 3 walkthroughs I'm going to do an edit for those. Because I want to do different builds on the Darksiders 3 tip. Okay, so finally, I'm going to show you guys with that. If I didn't already, I might have done it already. Nope. So the more effective way of running this route here is coming up, but I'm just going to spoil it before we get to it. Is instead of going into that door, just dive off the cliff. That's it. Just dive off the cliff. I'm pretty sure that's going to save you a little bit of time. Again, I'm going to plead to the choir. Gonna reach out to the people and ask you guys' opinion. Is it faster? Do you think it's faster? Do you know? Do you know for sure? If it's faster to just fall off this cliff over here, or if it's faster to go into the room, open the door, leave out, and then reset the room that way. Which way is faster? What's the fastest route here, period? Here at the Iron Canopy, what's the fastest grind spot? Grind route. And is there anywhere else in the world where you can grind even better than the Iron Canopy? This was the only place I could think of. Was to come here. There's enemies like all over. You can even like save quit. Maybe you can do it in the crossroads. Maybe you can save quit. Maybe you can even do it at the choking grounds. Maybe you just save quit there. Seems to be a lot of enemies there. So I don't know. You guys tell me, like, what's your ideal grinding route? I've always used this one ever since I first played Darksiders #1. So maybe it's a crutch for me. I don't know. I don't know why I wanted to show you guys War fumbling with the door like that. Guess it amused me. Yeah, this is super satisfying. The Tremor Gauntlet's almost maxed out. I think I'm going to show you guys my new route. There it is. Finally. 31 minutes into it. So this is going to be the new route. I consider this to be like optimized or efficient compared to what it was previous. But we're just about done with the Tremor Gauntlet. So it didn't take too long at all, really. I did shorten it. Shorten some of the footage. We're at the 31-minute mark. It probably took in total like 45 minutes or so to get that final level. We're going to keep it for a bit just to kind of test the damage. See if we can get a feel for how much more damage we're doing. It is a significant upgrade. Like, these spiders are like getting torn through like tissue paper. So I'm pretty sure I keep the Tremor Gauntlet on for a little bit longer. Yeah, to me this is faster than opening the door and running in and running out. At least a little bit faster. Reloading it does tick that time up. Check it out, see how much stronger these are. Very stronger. Look at that. It blew up like nothing. Okay, that's it. That's it for our Tremor Gauntlet. We're gonna roll into our final Scythe training arc. I did make it a little bit extra annoying for myself by keeping the Death's Blessing equipped instead of switching over to the War's Glory, which is fine. Do what you want to do. It will take longer if you don't equip War's Glory or Combat Lore, but do what you want to do. Make it fun. Maybe you want Hellfire on your Scythe. I'm not going to tell you no. But that's it. When you guys level your weapons up, what typically do you max out first? For me, it's always ChaosEater. Which makes sense. You have ChaosEater for like your entire journey. And you only pick up these other weapons whenever you pick them up. Tremor Gauntlet, you pick it up maybe 25% of the way through the game. Maybe a little higher. And then the Scythe, you pick it up whenever you feel like you can afford it. Okay, so I keep it at this pace, at this speed for a little bit, just to kind of show you guys what the grind looks like with the Scythe. So I do want to get at least somewhat of a representation of what the grind looks and feels like. It's not the worst grind ever. I do wish it made a little bit more sense in terms of, I wish there were like more organic fights during the end game here. But without that, this is a pretty good alternative to just keep players playing. All those souls, so many. Yeah, it's basically how we look when we're playing Death's Blessing. I wish what you could do, maybe you could do this on PC, let me know if you can, but I wish you could actually like start the game with various loadouts. I wish we could start with like, this is gonna sound overpowered because it really is, but I wish we could start off with Death's Blessing and Affliction, so we can give him more of a death flavor from the very beginning of the game. Or if not that, maybe we could start off with like Fury's Embrace and like the Tremor Gauntlet, something, just something crazy like that, so that we actually could have like some build diversity from the start. Okay. Are you guys still engaged? When you guys do this, do you listen to music? I'm actually kind of tempted to put some music on now. If YouTube wasn't as I don't know what made me go inside. But if YouTube wasn't as strict, I'd definitely play some music. I think for some of these, I was like maybe watching something, because there's some awkward movement where I'm just like running into walls or just letting war sit there for a little bit. I'm pretty sure I was watching like either some anime or something on YouTube. Alright, War's Glory on the Scythe. Stop messing around. And we got Fury's Embrace on the Fists. Okay, we got another hour left. I'm already getting drowsy. Yeah, I think I must have been watching something on TV, because getting tagged so easily. But unfortunately, guys, I think I'm gonna pause it here for my commentary. I'm getting drowsy, so I don't want to like kind of give you guys subpar commentary after this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause it here, and then I'm gonna pick up tomorrow after work, because it's been a long day today. Like, I had to work and then did a bunch of stuff after work, cooked, cleaned, all that stuff, fixed some stuff. So yeah, we'll pick it up tomorrow, and I'll just do an hour straight, knock that out. Then I'll also stream tomorrow. Also streaming Deus Ex, my second channel. Deus Ex, they put the PS2 version on the PS3, or sorry, PS5. So I'll be streaming that too. But we'll call it quits here. I'm gonna come back. Hopefully I have a similar energy, because I like this energy right now. But we will pick this back up for me tomorrow, for you guys next, I guess. Alright guys, day 2 for me. I'm back. So we got a little bit of this, a little bit more of this, not too much longer, till we move on to getting our last collectibles, getting our last trophies, and then we're gonna complete the game. But yeah, once more, hope you guys are doing well. For me, it would feel weird to pretend like this is just the same day. So I'm just gonna be genuine with you guys, and it's a whole new day and a whole new me. So the grind is real, man. In Darksiders 1, the grind is definitely real. There's a lot of grinding in this game that could have been honestly alleviated if the game had just a slight bit more content. Possibly if it had one more area. I'm wondering if one area was actually cut from the game, because the game had one more area. The trophies would make a little bit more sense. One thing I need to research about the game is if the trophies carry between playthroughs. I assume they wouldn't. I assume you have to get all the whatever they're asking for, like in terms of like miles traveled on horse, enemies killed. I think all that stuff you have to get it in one playthrough. Could be wrong about that. I've always assumed that, but could be wrong about that. But it's just a game that has so much grinding. Even like the environmental kills, like there's so many grindy achievements. You have 2 horseback achievements, which are both hella grindy. One of them far more grindy than the other one. Then you have the environmental kills trophy. You have the weapon level up trophy, and you're gonna need souls, so you are gonna have to kill a certain number of enemies to get all the souls you need to buy all the moves you want. Like you're gonna need souls to buy every single move. You're gonna need souls to buy the first level of each wrath power. So there's quite a bit of grinding in this game. It's at least like 5 or 6 different trophies you gotta grind for. And I mean, to be honest, it's all trophy based. Like if you're not a trophy / achievement hunter, you don't gotta worry about grinding. The game is hella fun without having to worry about these you can call them challenges, I guess. So if you guys want to see me play through the game without worrying about the trophies, I'm going to do a playthrough of that next. That's going to be the Death's Little Brother playthrough. That one I just basically play the game and have fun with it from start to finish and cosplay death. That's really it. But pretty much all my 100% playthroughs of this are focused on the trophies. Speedrunning this game would probably be a lot of fun. I've never actually seen a Darksiders 1 speedrun. Like start to finish. Maybe I start at 1. but I've never seen a speed run start to finish. That's a funny thing to say. I've never seen a speed run all the way through. I started it and didn't stop it. To be honest, I've never watched a full Darksiders playthrough either, like somebody else's playthrough. I've never done that. I think it's because I've like run this game quite a few times. I would be interested to see how people, like, what about their playstyle differs from mine. But like a casual Darksiders run, it depends on who's doing it. I can't see myself just watching it for the sake of watching it. But if it was somebody who was interesting, like if one of my favorite streamers or video makers decided to actually do that, I'd be into it. Just to see like what their opinions are about the game. But yeah, there's a couple of people I've seen on the like in my feed in terms of Darksiders, people who've made Darksiders guides. The people I've seen on my feed for years. Can't think of... There's one in particular, but I can't think of his name. But he does the guides for like all the Darksiders games. At least 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if he did a Genesis guide. But you guys could probably point him out. He's been doing it for years. I think I want to check some of his work out. I think I watched like a couple of his videos, like maybe 1 or 2. And the last one I watched, which was how far away was that? Was that like 2 or 3 months ago? He pretty much said he was done doing the Darksiders videos. I was a little bit shocked by that because 4 is coming out. But it was like a Darksiders 3 video. I watched it, you know, just like what the hell. Let's see what because I'm about to do my Darksiders 3 guide. I'm like, let's see how somebody else does their guide. And I checked the I didn't even check his guide out. I checked one of the final episodes out, or maybe it was like an extra episode or something like that, and he just said he wasn't gonna do guides anymore. Anyways, rambling here. That's gonna be Scythe level 4, our max for Scythe levels. So the grind is done. If you guys have recently done this grind, or if you guys remember how long it took you, let me know in the comments below. Let me know exactly what the grind was like for you. I'm sliding that Death Blessing back into the Scythe, sliding the War's Glory into the ChaosEater. We're only going to be able to enjoy the ChaosEater for a little bit longer before that gets replaced with our Story Sword. So I guess I'm supposed to be reading this to you guys, but I already read this to you guys earlier. What we got in the we got Fury's Embrace. We're gonna put Strife's offering into the Tremor Gauntlet. Strife's offering's dope because it allows us to shoot and do more damage with our gun. So I'm gonna hurry up and get you guys back to the real world. They probably should have just put a Volgrim here. That would have made life way easier. It's one of those missed opportunities. You gotta go pretty far to actually just fast travel. This Iron Canopy is one of the most out of the way places in the game. You really gotta do some legwork to get up in there. So ended up wasting some time here. I don't know what exactly I was doing. I think I forgot that I had actually got everything from down below. So ended up coming back down here. What's the date on this? The date on this one is 1/12/2024. So maybe it had been like a couple of months since I last played. I'm not sure. Couldn't tell you. This is an odd little piece of I guess a fun fact, or maybe a glitch. This chest here, we actually got this on a previous episode. This is where I believe Strife's offering was. And it is still there. That chest looks like it's like never been touched. So what would have been fun here is if there was a mimic here for those of us who are forgetful. But instead there's a bunch of nothing. You just get to open up another chest for free. I mean, there's nothing in it. You know, free's subjective in this case. I mean, is something free if it has no value? I don't know. It's a good question. Okay, but the rest of this episode is going to be free of the grind. We're going to legit pick up the, again, the last pickups, collectibles, whatever you want to call them. And then we're going to end the game. So hopefully you guys are doing well in terms of the collectibles you have. Hopefully you guys have everything you've been trying to get. If you don't, consult the timestamps. I'm thinking about doing like a master timestamp with complete with links to get you to each of the videos. So that's gonna take a little bit of time, but it's gonna have those like a web link to each individual item at the individual timestamps. All right, we're headed back. This was initially where I ended this episode and started the last episode, which was a 2-hour episode. Now they're spliced together, all for the better. So right here, we're gonna actually buy some Tremor Gauntlet techniques.
What would you ask of this humble merchant?
I do have them written down, so you guys can you guys will be able to see exactly what I bought in case I move too fast here. But we got so much money, we can legit buy everything. And if you guys are still hurting for money for whatever reason, and you're sick and tired of grinding the Iron Canopy, you can always do the little horse grind. Ride your horse, fight the what do they call it? Abyssal Riders, fight the Abyssal Riders, fight the Phantoms, and then do it all over again. That's a great source of souls. Twilight Cathedral. We didn't properly explore this area, so forgive me for that, but we're finally here. There's a couple of soul chests I forgot here. There's going to be a Wicked K fight here as well. First of 3 soul chests, I believe. These are Abyssal Chain here. Little Shadow Flight. It's gonna be our second soul chest, and right in there, prepare for battle. That's gonna be a Wicked K encounter. So whatever you gotta do here,
But I'll have to kill you now.
get ready for it. Me, I cheat. Go straight to demon form. Chaos form. So, War's Chaos form. Is it simply the personification of War's rage? It's like legit his inner rage come to life. Is that what it is? Was this form granted through the Horseman's connection with the Charred Council? And the Horsemen start off as Nephilim, right? But how do they become these literally larger than life forms? Like, how do they transform into these beings that are themselves but that represent more of themselves? Anyways, soul chest number 3. I don't think what I said makes sense there. I think I'm asking 2 questions. I'm asking, one, how does the Nephilim, who may or may not have been known as war, become the personification of war? But I'm also asking, how does this being even get a chaos form? Where does that even come from? Alright, to the dry road. Let's see, dry road, let me think about it. Do we have anything at the dry road? I don't know if anything's at the dry road. Maybe the... Oh, okay. We do have a sword fragment here then. Sword fragment and Uriel boss fight. No, we already got this stuff. What the hell? Why am I here? Wasting time. That's why I'm here. Alright, well, we'll do a few more fights, get some more souls. I think ultimately what we're doing is we're trying to go to Scalding Gallow. Now just showing off the fact that if you're under the door when it closes, a war will automatically roll out the way. So you can't be crushed by that door. It's a fun little trick. More of a did you know sort of thing. It's like I'm just trying to farm more souls. It's not a bad idea. You get a ton more souls doing it this way. Okay, we really only got one other place to go, and that's the Choking Ground. We have our final Wicked Cake encounter there. I think it's no, actually we may have that one. That one's either our final one or we have maybe one more after that one. But I think we did the Wicked Cake encounter in Anvil's Fort. I think we did that already, but it could just be because I watched this previously, so my memory is kind of unreliable right now. So we could have again, we could have the Wicked Cake encounter at the Choking Grounds plus the Wicked Cake encounter at Anvil's Fort, or we just have the Wicked Cake encounter at the Choking Grounds. We'll get there. We'll see. Don't believe there's anything else here for us to get. Yep, as you guys can see, past and present, my memory is awful. I just really have to do a better job just kind of playing these all the way through. Which, believe me guys, I'm getting there. I'm trying to get to the point where I can like play the game like every day or close to every day. So I'm wanting to do that so that these things have like more continuity Because that's what usually happens. Like, I'll be playing a game, I'll be playing it like very strongly for like over the course of like 2 or 3 days, right? Like this was, and then suddenly like something will happen, and I don't know why why the screen just paused here, but for some reason something will happen, it'll take me away from the game, and then it's just, then I like forget about the game and focus on other stuff. At the end of the day, it's just life, and it's fine. I believe I showed you guys Ulthane's super secret cutscene. I think I showed you guys that already. Probably last episode. Okay. And typically what I would do with these like sections like this is I would cut them out entirely. That's typically what I do, but I decided this time to just kind of show you guys everything, but in like super fast motion. So Leviathan's Drift. I don't think there's anything for us in Leviathan's Drift, which is why I'm loading it here. So where you guys actually want to go is the Choking Grounds. So if you guys were using the timestamps, you'd already have skipped there to the Choking Grounds. Don't know why I slowed it down here. Alright, this is where we're gonna get our... There's quite a bit to the video. I think these are our final pickups, but we'll see. Alright, Wicked K. It's down here to the south of the graveyard. So I gotta apologize for this, for missing this earlier in the video. Should have got this when we were at the Choking Grounds the first time. Or the second time. We kept coming back here. So there's kind of no excuse to not get these items here.
Oh, bravo! The last horse finally crosses the finish line.
So here's where I'm going to show you guys how to counter Wicked K instead of just cheating all the time and going full chaos form. You guys can fight him straight up. He does a lot of damage, but if you're good with your blocking, you'll do just fine. But if you guys are good with the block counters, you won't have a hard time at all. So you could just kind of repeat it. Just like this. The only tough thing about it is that he will keep attacking you. But you can't keep doing it. But just be ready to riposte constantly, just like this. See, that's that good shit right there. That felt good. There we go. And we got our World Raider trophy. That is all the artifact soldiers. And that's all 27 artifacts total. So that's the 1 artifact overlord. And I think 6 artifact champions. And then 20 artifact soldiers. We got our final trophies there. Quite a few of them actually. But we're gonna get a couple of them really quickly coming up. Alright, let's hurry over to Vulgrim. And once we sell our remaining artifact, we're gonna get a Lifestone for that. Lifestone Shard. And we get the full power trophy for having all of the Lifestones.
Nice.
So very quickly, 2 trophies in a row. Alright, next we're gonna buy every single weapon skill and wrath skill.
Greeting.
So we're gonna do a little travel. And then right when we're done, we're gonna buy all that stuff. So buying all these skills, they will net you the trophy for that. However, you won't unlock it right away until Ward finally gets the Armageddon blade. So if you buy everything in terms of skills and wrath powers, you don't get the trophy. Again, you'll need to wait until you craft and wield the Armageddon blade. I was actually a little bit confused, I noticed in the footage here with that. So you're going to want level 1 of all the wrath powers. You're going to get Wrath Machine for getting all the wrath powers. Just like that, 3 trophies down.
Nice.
Looks like we got all the moves, but we did not proc the trophy.
So the final battle is
So we gotta go back to see Ulthane. So I think this hasn't updated because I believe we have, well, it has updated. We still need 8 trophies. It's kind of crazy. But most of these are tied to beating the game. One, I should have told you guys to get earlier. I actually missed my chance when we were at the Iron Canopy. I will put that in the timestamps. You do want to use Blade Geyser once you've gathered up at least 10 spiders to get this one Devastator trophy. So I should have told you guys to do that earlier. I actually was planning to do that, but I got tired yesterday. Too tired to actually finish the recording. It was getting close. It was actually pretty close to my bedtime. So that was I sound like an old ass man. or a child. Take your pick. But fatigue is real, man. Super tired. So Ashlands. Oh yeah, we're going to Ashlands so that we can get to Iron Canopy. So if you guys want to avoid this trip, hopefully you saw that timestamp. As annoying as this trip is back to the Iron Canopy, for some reason I never minded it. I never minded this trip. It's kind of a cool bit of traversal actually. You get to use your horse and you get to use the Abyssal Chain. And I actually really like the Iron Canopy as a dungeon, as a level. So I normally never really have any complaints with the run back here. Alright, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna get Devastator, round them all up. This room here, as long as you round up all the spiders, you'll have more than enough spiders for this trophy. So we're gonna start the party. We're gonna get right in the middle of them. There's your Devastator trophy, which leaves us with 7 more trophies to get. 4 of the trophies are basically just for beating the game on the hardest difficulty. And this hidden trophy there. You guys probably just saw that. I actually wasn't fast enough to see what that hidden trophy was. Alright, here we go. Back we go. So our next step is to forge the Armageddon blade. That alone is going to get us 2 trophies. So we need 7. And because we already bought all the weapon skills, wrath skills, we're going to get this 2 trophies next. I do like it when you have these trophies that have overlap with other trophies. I do like that. Back to Amble's Fort. We're gonna meet up with Ulthane. I believe meeting up with our buddy here takes us... No, it's not going to take us to the end game. No. But we are going to get 2 trophies out of this. And we're going to get a new blade. If you've been loving your Chaos Eater thus far, get your last bit of use out of it. Because once we get the Armageddon blade, we won't be able to throw enhancements on it. Armageddon blade has no room for enhancements. So enjoy your Chaos Eater while you can. This will be the end of it.
Good to see you again, Horseman. My greatest work. Until now.
Armageddon blade. So we get the ultimate blade trophy for forging the Armageddon blade, and wait for it, we get battle hardened for maxing out all weapons and unlocking all combat moves. So to get that, you need the Armageddon blade. Which leaves us with 5 trophies. Reforged by Ulthane, the ultimate. The Armageddon blade is the only weapon powerful enough to slay the destroyer. So it leaves us with 5 trophies, 4 of which we're going to get just for beating the game, 1 story trophy, and 3 difficulty trophies. And once we have all those, we will officially have all trophies but 1.
Good to see you again, Horseman.
And because we have all other trophies,
See you again, Horseman.
but that one trophy, we'll get that one trophy, the BFA, which is literally a trophy you get just for getting all other trophies. That's our plan. So, all we gotta do now is enjoy the end of the game. So from here, we'll watch all the cutscenes. We'll have fun with the final fight. But this is gonna be the end of this Darksiders Warmastered playthrough. So it's been fun. It's been challenging making this, but it's been fun too. The main challenge is like, cause again, life be life, and so just focusing on work, focusing on home life, diet, and right now it's like snow apocalypse where I am. So it's just a lot to juggle, and so I feel like I can't give these walkthroughs my 100% full focus, unfortunately, because they do require so much time. But I am wedded to doing this, like doing more of these Darksiders 1 and then doing Darksiders 3 and then doing Genesis. I definitely want to do that. But then after that, I don't know. I don't know where guides have a place on the channel. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Alright. Leviathan's Drift, you're coming here. You're gonna want to wear that the Mask of Shadows once you get here.
This is for all the cookies, Horseman. When you proceed, there's no return.
WTF. How does the Watcher even know what cookies are? It doesn't even have a mouth. Be better off if he said this was for all the marbles.
It's Abaddon. Uriel has led the Hellguard against him. It is as you foretold. The Hellguard will fall.
Angel of Death, serve me one last time.
She mistook me for someone else. She loved him, and I believe that he loved her. Long ago, before all this. Foolishly, he chose duty above all, and died for it. Will you do the same? Heaven hunts you. Hell hates you. All of creation cares not whether you live or die. Join me more. Like a great sword, I will raise you up, and our enemies will shatter against us. The spoils of 1,000 victories will be yours. Or serve the justice of a corrupt council. And a creator abandons his most faithful. I offer you this choice, Horseman. Would you serve in heaven, or rule in hell?
I choose what once a coward did not.
war is ridiculous. It's a damn good line though. So this, I believe the only way to do damage to the destroyer when he's in this form is to you have to hit him while you're on horseback. You have to hit him with your sword. So this not easy. It's actually kind of awkward, but that's what you'll want to do. So this fight, even on Apocalyptic, is pretty simple. So I don't really have much of a strategy here. Again, you just want to make sure when you're on horseback, you want to make sure to actually hit him with your sword. He can slap you off a horseback, so you do want to avoid his claw attack. His claw attack has a ton of range, by the way. Classic Darksiders enemy hitbox. The destroyer has some of the worst hitboxes out of anybody, really. But yeah, you just want to knock him down. You want to actually get off your horse right here. Slap him a couple times with that Armageddon blade. You want to get the heck out of there once he gets up. He is going to start dive bombing. It's pretty easy to avoid for the most part. You definitely just want to keep moving. But as he keeps going, he can really tag you if you if you just stop moving, he can definitely tag you. His homing when he's dive bombing is actually pretty good, so that's why I'm like, just always keep moving. Use the boost. If you don't use the boost, he'll probably tag. So we lit him up pretty good. So if you're having trouble with this fight for some reason, just let me know. And I can probably give you better instructions than I'm giving now, because right now, looking at it, it just looks, it's like right here I'm making it look kind of easy. I think I do get tagged a little bit coming up. But yeah, the fight actually is really simple. You just gotta hit him and don't let him hit you. That's pretty much the name of the game. Do it enough times, you'll get to the next phase. But I think you guys can see that I also favor his, which hand is that his? The opposite hand that he uses for the claw. I tend to lean towards that hand. So he's gonna do it one more time. I am gonna get tagged by this one, I think. Not this one. But I remember getting tagged by this guy. We've already downed him about 4 or 5 times already. I'll probably get tagged by one of these. Okay, I'm thinking I must fail this phase. See how I do here. So yeah, tap the circle button here. Okay, we're gonna go into the next phase. So I don't know what I was looking at where I actually failed it, but I did actually fail. Maybe it was in the death playthrough, the Death's Little Brother playthrough. Alright, we're gonna go into Abaddon's Sephiroth phase. My advice for this phase, just have fun with it. It's not too frequently in this game that you get too many like humanoid bosses that are actually really good. Like I feel like that's what this game needed, was like more like actually good duels. So he does this attack. This is the lamest attack that he does, but I feel like it's just a way for him to show like he is this game's Sephiroth. He can throw telekinetic bits of rock at you. This attack does a lot of damage. Get away. Once you see him going up, just get away, get away, get away. Like once you see him go way up. But yeah, Abaddon's pretty simple. Even if you get tagged a decent amount, he doesn't do too much damage because we got the Abyssal armor already. I mean, already it's the end of the game. But because we have it, like he's not going to do a ton of damage to us. If you're here without the Abyssal armor, it's going to be a lot tougher because you're going to be taking all types of damage. But as you can see with our Abyssal armor, we're actually getting health back from attacking them. And just avoid that dash attack he does. It's really easy to avoid. Well, I say that and I just get tagged by it. Just dash to the side for just about everything he throws at you. And it helps to be on the outside of his attack range. That helps too. There we go. That's it right there. And that's it.
You have taught me something, Abaddon. Sometimes duty must be cast aside to do what must be done. It is not for duty that I kill you now.
Uriel.
Reap what you have sown, betrayer.
You had to know it was a one-way ticket.
Council.
They knew you'd never play executioner because of your precious honor. They let you take the fall. They knew you'd butcher everyone involved to clear your name. And you did.
No!
Patience, whore. I've got some for you, too. I'll take that. If it were to get broken, you might get ideas. Like not going back in your little cage. It's tragic, really. You had freedom in the palm of your hand, and you lost it. What's so damn funny? Even you wouldn't laugh at your own funeral.
I'm laughing at yours.
Next sacramentum. The death oath is complete.
Hell God, bitch! What did you do? No! I'm going to pull your guts out through your halo! Keep getting up. I'll just kill you again. I was just following orders, like you. What are you going to do? Fight the council? Fight everyone? You'll never get away. You hear me? Never! Don't forget who holds the leash.
I haven't forgotten.
You knew. You knew what would happen here, what I would do. That's why you spared me.
No.
Then why?
Because I would not have the last of heaven's honor die with its champion.
All debts are repaid. The duty I uphold, it may call me to raise my sword against you. And if that day comes, I won't hesitate. You will be hunted. The White City for certain. The Council, and there will be others. You would wage this war alone?
No. Not alone.
Goosebumps! My God, what an ending. This ending alone has kept the franchise alive for over a decade. So that is everything, folks. In case you missed it, that is all of the trophies. When you beat it on Apocalyptic, you get all the difficulty trophies under it. Most great games do that, or most games with a care to your time give you the trophies for the difficulties under the trophy you're doing. So if you complete it on normal, you'll get the easy trophy with it. If you're completing it on hard, you get the normal and easy trophy. So Darksiders has always done that, thank goodness. So, and we got a story trophy for defeating the Destroyer. And so because we got all those trophies, we got the BFA, naturally. So yeah, that was a very smooth boss fight. I actually got this confused with another fight. I think either the original I did all those years ago, 7 years ago, or with a playthrough to come, which is the Death's Little Brother one. But yeah, this was a really smooth Destroyer. And this was a pretty smooth playthrough, all in all. I got confused a couple times. At least past me did. I'm looking at the footage like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you... But all in all, it was pretty good. And for the parts that weren't quite so smooth, I do have the timestamps on the video to smooth that out a little bit. I do want to take my a crack at it one more time to get a truly perfect playthrough. One where I actually know what the fuck I'm doing at all times. But for now, I'm actually okay with this one. I was actually thinking about, once I got like halfway through voicing these over, I was like, man, I kind of just want to just scrap this and just start over and just record a new one. Because I'm just looking at the stuff like, dude, why aren't you doing this? Blah, blah, blah. But it turned out pretty decent. But for you guys, I got a lot of Darksiders content on the horizon. The main things, once again, are going to be focused on Darksiders 1 and Darksiders 3. You guys will find the bulk of my content over on the blog backlog channel. That's where I'm going to be doing some Darksiders 1 build streams and maybe some Darksiders 3 build streams as well. But these are going to be like sort of cosplays, theme builds. Again, I'm doing Death's Little Brother, where I focus strictly on the Scythe. And I think I use maybe Affliction in that playthrough. I'm going to be doing another one based on Strife, where I use only projectiles. Not only projectiles, but I do mostly projectiles. And I'm going to be doing like a Hellfire playthrough, where I use the Hellfire enhancement and other Hellfire based skills like Immolation or Stone Skin, one of those two. Doing like a big Bruiser playthrough, Stone Skin, and like the Tremor Gauntlet. And I'm just kind of throwing out the ideas I've had. And one of the more fun ones I'm thinking about is like a default war and like a perfected war sort of build playthrough. So looking forward to those playthrough runs. That's going to be like a ton of fun. I had no clue Silicon Knights worked on this. That's crazy. What does Silicon Knights do? Skywalker Symphony Chorus. I think I did know the Silicon Knights worked on this, but like when I first played it a long time ago. But what the hell did they do? Maybe they were I don't know. Is that why this game has such a Legacy Kane vibe in it? I don't know. That just kind of like interrupted my whole thought process. Well, yeah, other than playthroughs, I'm going to be doing a bunch of Darksiders topic videos. Look forward to those as well. I already have the top things that I want to see in a Darksiders 4. In Darksiders 4, I also have a top 10 reasons to love Darksiders #1. Look forward to that, or watch that. That's already on the channel. Other than that, I don't know. Let me know what you guys want to see me play. I've actually taken requests before. I've played through the entirety of Kingdoms of Amalur, based on a suggestion. And what else have I played? I play a lot of stuff. One of my viewers, Painkiller, suggests like a ton of dope games from the past. I recently played Condemned 1 and 2 all over again. I had plans to play them, but I brought them forward in the schedule because Painkiller had wanted to see me play them. So if you guys have any recommendations, if it's already on the, like if I already have it in my backlog, I just move it up a little bit. So in it, like whoever, just put it down there. And if I see it, it has a good chance of being played relatively soon. Like if enough people say like, okay, go for it, play this, I'll do it. If it's just one person, I'll still move it up because it's like, okay, somebody wants to see me play this. I have my ideas of what I want to play, but yeah, you guys can easily move stuff up in a queue based on your interests. All right, but I think that is it for Darksiders. I don't know what else I'm going to end up doing here. But I appreciate you guys. First and foremost, thanks for keeping up with these videos. This has been a little bit messy of a playthrough, but still a playthrough I had a lot of fun doing. Can't wait to get you guys Darksiders 3 content. That's why I'm pretty sure what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do the Darksiders 3 videos before I do Death's little brother. Or at least I'll do them like around about the same time. Because you guys have been asking for that for years. I've been wanting to get it for you for years. I've done a couple of streams to kind of appease you guys in the meantime, like some research streams. I do have that content on the channel as we speak, some Darksiders 3 research streams. But I'm going to get you guys the real deal coming up in February and probably March. I wanted to get it done before March, but realistically, we'll be going into March as well. But again, I want to say thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. I want you guys to take care of yourselves and your loved ones. This has been a great time for me. Darksiders has a special place in my heart, not only as a game I love, but also as a game that connected with you guys on a pretty, not like huge, my channel isn't huge or even close to it, but it's the first real thing on my channel that's really connected to like a bunch of people. So I'm going to go back to it to do it justice, and so you guys can finish your playthroughs. So getting that affliction maxed out, messing around with it. But yeah, a lot of you guys, like, I'd be surprised if you guys didn't just, you know, just finish off Darksiders 3 without me. I would have just finished it off. As long as it took me to do this Darksiders 3 playthrough, I would have just finished it off. I wouldn't have waited for some YouTuber to finish theirs. But if some of you guys actually did that, color me flattered. Color me flattered. I appreciate that. So, all these years of guide making, again, I'm not perfect, but all these years of guide making have show me how I want to do things going forward when it comes to making guides. And I definitely want to get way better than I currently am. So Darksiders 3 guide should be way better than this guide, should be way better than that initial Darksiders 1 guide. So looking forward to getting that to you guys. But again, guys, appreciate you. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones. If you can, leave a like on the video if you liked it. If you can't, share the video. Looking forward to doing more of this, but I'm gonna be doing it with the mindset of having fun. So as long as you guys are having fun, I'm having fun. Let's continue doing these. So appreciate you guys. I want you guys to take care of yourselves and your loved ones. But till next time, everybody, peace.